You're sitting there, eyes closed, visualizing your dream life, the promotion, the bank account, the relationship. You're doing everything the manifestation gurus told you to do. Affirmations, check. Vision board, check. Gratitude journal, check. But here's what's actually happening while you're manifesting in your mind. Your shoulders are hunched forward like you're carrying the weight of the world. Your phone is buzzing in your pocket, pulling your attention in 17 different directions. There's clutter piled up around you, broken things you keep meaning to fix. And your body is screaming, I'm stressed, I'm stuck, I'm barely surviving. So the universe looks at you and says, got it. You want more stress, more stuckness, more survival mode, and it delivers exactly that. This is the dangerous mistake killing your manifestations, and nobody's talking about it. See, you've been taught that manifestation happens in your mind. Think positive thoughts. Visualize the outcome. Feel the feelings. But here's the truth they don't tell you. The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts, it responds to your frequency. And your frequency? That's not coming from your mind. It's coming from your body, your environment, your nervous system. Every hunched shoulder is broadcasting, I'm small. Every cluttered corner is screaming, I'm stuck. Every digital notification is shouting, I'm scattered. You can't think your way into a new reality when your body and space are locked in the old one. That's the disconnect. That's why nothing's working. You're trying to manifest $1 million life while living in a minimum wage frequency. And frequency always wins. So here's what's about to happen in the next 12 minutes. I'm going to show you the 3 practices that fix this disconnect. Not more visualizations, not more affirmations. These are physical practices, body practices, environment practices, the kind that actually shift your frequency in real time. Because here's what most people don't realize. Manifestation isn't just a mental game. It's a full system upgrade. Mind, body, space, all 3, or nothing changes. And if you're sitting there thinking, great, another complicated ritual I don't have time for, relax. These practices take 5 minutes, maybe 10. You can do them in an elevator, at your desk, while waiting for your coffee. No yoga mat required, no incense, no 2-hour meditation sessions, just simple physical shifts that tell your nervous system, we're done surviving, we're thriving now. And your body will believe it, because your body doesn't argue with what it feels, it just responds. So let's start with the biggest lie you've been sold about manifestation, the one that's keeping you trapped in the mental loop. Ready? Here it is. You've been told that desire is enough, that if you want it bad enough, visualize it clear enough, feel it deep enough, it'll come. But that's only half the equation. And half an equation gets you half a result, which is why you're stuck. Let's go deeper. Because what you've been taught about manifestation, it's only the surface level. And surface level thinking gets surface level results. Layer 1, the surface. This is what everyone believes. Just think positive. Visualize your goals. Say your affirmations. And yeah, that stuff matters. But it's like trying to start a car with no engine. You're turning the key, making the right motions, but nothing's moving. Because while you're visualizing abundance in your mind, your body is physically holding the posture of lack. Chest collapsed, shoulders forward, shallow breath. This is the posture of someone who's bracing for impact, someone who's protecting themselves, someone who's scared. And your nervous system? It's taking notes. It's saying, oh, we're in danger, got it, let's keep everything small and safe. So it does, it keeps you small. It keeps you safe, it keeps you stuck. This is what they don't tell you in those manifestation courses. Your body has a vote. And if your body's voting for survival, your mind doesn't stand a chance. Layer 2, below the surface. Here's where it gets interesting. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and you can just sense the tension? Nobody's saying anything, but you feel it. That's frequency. That's the energetic broadcast happening beneath the surface. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You are broadcasting a frequency 24/7, not from your thoughts, from your body, from the way you hold yourself, the way you breathe, the way you move through space. When you're hunched over your phone, scrolling mindlessly for the 15th time today, you're broadcasting, I'm distracted, I'm scattered, I'm out of control. When you're surrounded by clutter, broken things, piles of stuff you keep meaning to deal with, you're broadcasting, I'm stuck, I'm overwhelmed, I can't handle what I already have. So the universe says, got it, more of that. And it delivers more distraction, more overwhelm, more stuckness. This is why your manifestations aren't working. Not because you're doing the visualizations wrong, but because your body and your space are screaming the opposite message. You're trying to manifest an organized, abundant, successful life, while living in chaos. And chaos is a frequency too. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stood up straight? Really straight. Shoulders back, chest open, head high. Not because you were trying to look confident, but because you felt like you already had everything you wanted. Most people can't remember, because most people are walking around in the posture of their problems, carrying their stress in their shoulders, their fear in their chest, their doubt in their spine. And here's the thing about your nervous system. It's always listening to your body, not your mind, your body. So when you collapse your chest and hunch your shoulders, your nervous system says, oh, we're under threat. Time to shut down. Time to conserve energy. And it does. It shuts down your creativity, your confidence, your magnetism, all the things you need to manifest what you want. This is the hidden contradiction nobody talks about. You're trying to expand into a bigger life, while your body is contracting into a smaller one. And contraction is the opposite of manifestation. Manifestation is expansion, opening, receiving. But you can't receive anything with a closed fist, or a collapsed chest, or a nervous system stuck in survival mode. So what do? How do you fix this disconnect? You start with something so simple it sounds ridiculous. You change your posture. Not forever, not perfectly, just for 3 minutes. Just for 3 minutes where you physically embody the version of you who already has what you want. The you who got the promotion, signed the lease, hit the income goal. How does that version of you stand? Breathe, move. Here's what you do right now. Pause this video for 10 seconds. Stand up, or sit up straighter. Roll your shoulders back. Open your chest. Take a deep belly breath. This is the somatic success stance. And it's not woo-woo. It's neuroscience. When you change your posture, You change your nervous system. When you change your nervous system, you change your frequency. And when you change your frequency, the universe finally hears what you're actually asking for. Because frequency isn't what you think, it's what you embody. Alright, we're going deeper now. Layer 3. The deep mechanism. This is where most people's brains start to short circuit. Because this is where manifestation stops being about wanting and starts being about alignment. Here's the mechanism nobody explains. Your consciousness doesn't live in your head, it lives in your entire system, your mind, your body, your environment, all of it. One unified field. And when those three things are out of sync, when your mind says abundance but your body says survival and your space says chaos, you create static, energetic interference, like trying to tune into a radio station while someone's scraping metal in the background. The signal's there, but it's getting drowned out. This is why people can visualize for years and nothing changes. Because visualization is just one channel, and if the other two channels are broadcasting the opposite message, the static wins, the noise wins, the old frequency wins. So how do you clear the static? You don't just work on your mind, you work on your body, your space. You make all three channels broadcast the same frequency. Let me give you a practice that does this in real time. It's called micro-manifesting, and it's going to sound too simple to work, but that's exactly why it works. Here's what you do. Stop trying to manifest the big stuff for a second. The house, the promotion, the relationship. Instead, manifest something tiny. A parking spot, a free coffee, a specific song on the radio. Something so small it doesn't matter. Something your logical mind can't argue with. Set the intention. Feel it for 30 seconds. Then let it go. And watch what happens. Because here's the thing. When you manifest the small stuff fast, your brain gets proof. Proof that you're not crazy. Proof that this works. Proof that you are powerful. And proof is the antidote to doubt. Doubt is the killer of manifestation. Not negative thoughts. Not bad vibes. Doubt. The quiet voice that says, yeah, right, this will never happen for me. That voice. That's the one blocking everything. But when you manifest a parking spot, and it shows up, that voice gets a little quieter. When you manifest a free coffee, and someone buys it for you, that voice shuts up for a minute, and in that minute of silence, that's when the big stuff can finally slip through. This is the deep mechanism. Manifestation isn't about force. It's about clearing the path, clearing the doubt, clearing the static, clearing the noise. And now we go to the abyss. Layer 4. The truth nobody wants you to know. Ready? Here it is. The universe doesn't care about your story. It doesn't care about your trauma, your past, your excuses. It doesn't care if you had a rough childhood or a terrible boss or bad luck. The universe responds to one thing, your frequency in this moment. Not yesterday's frequency, not tomorrow's frequency, right now. What are you broadcasting right now? And here's the part that's going to make some people uncomfortable. Your frequency isn't determined by what happened to you. It's determined by what you're doing about it. Are you clearing the clutter or living in it? Are you standing tall or collapsing under the weight? Are you creating space for new energy? Or drowning in digital noise? Because every time you scroll mindlessly through your phone, every time you ignore the pile of clutter in the corner, every time you slouch into the posture of defeat, you're choosing the old frequency. And the universe says, okay, that's the choice. Here's more of that. This is the abyss truth. You're not a victim of your circumstances, you're a broadcaster. And the question isn't, why isn't this working? The question is, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? So let's talk about the third practice. The one that instantly shifts your frequency. Digital detox pruning. Here's what most people don't realize. Every useless app on your phone, every ignored email in your inbox, every Instagram account you follow that makes you feel less than, that's energetic weight. That's clutter in your consciousness. And clutter is low frequency. So here's the practice. 30 minutes. Once a week. Delete 50 emails. Unfollow 10 accounts. Clear your phone's home screen. And while you're doing it, feel the weight lifting. Feel the control coming back. Feel yourself reclaiming your attention. Because attention is your most powerful manifestation tool, and you've been giving it away for free. To apps, to notifications, to other people's opinions. Stop, take it back, prune the digital garden. And then, create an attention void. 60 minutes before bed, no screens, no exceptions. In that void, that silence, that's where your frequency resets. That's where the static clears. That's where the universe can finally hear you. Now let me tell you something they don't want you to know. The manifestation industry, the gurus, the courses, they're keeping you trapped in your head on purpose. Not because they're evil, but because mental manifestation is easy to sell. Think about it. Just visualize. Just affirm. Just think positive. That's a product, a course, a worksheet, a guided meditation you can buy for $19.97. But telling you to fix your posture, clean your space, put down your phone, that's not sexy. That's not a product. That's just work. And here's the real reason they won't teach you this. Because the moment you fix your body and your space, you don't need them anymore. You become self-sufficient. You realize manifestation isn't something you buy. It's something you embody. So they keep you stuck in the mental loop. Maybe you didn't visualize hard enough. Maybe your affirmations weren't specific enough. Maybe you need this new technique. And you keep coming back. Keep buying. Keep searching. Meanwhile, your body's still collapsed. Your space is still chaotic. Your phone's still running your life. And nothing changes. This is the dark side. The suppressed reality nobody talks about. Manifestation isn't complicated, but it does require you to take responsibility for your full system. Not just your thoughts, your body, your space, your attention, all of it. So let's bring this all together. The 3 practices that actually work. The ones that shift your frequency in real time. Practice 1. The somatic success stance 3 times a day, 3 minutes each time. Stand or sit like the version of you who already has what you want. Shoulders back, chest open, deep belly breath. And here's the key. Don't just do the posture. Feel it. Feel the confidence in your spine, the power in your breath, the certainty in your stance. Do it before a meeting, in the elevator, while you're making coffee. Anchor it with something physical. Touch your ring. Rub your hands together. Press your thumb and finger. That anchor? That becomes your reset button. Anytime you catch yourself collapsing back into the old posture, hit the anchor. Reset the frequency. Practice 2. Micro-manifesting. Every single day. One tiny intention. Something so small your logical brain can't sabotage it. I'll see a yellow car in the next hour. Someone will compliment me today. I'll get a parking spot right in front. Set it. Feel it for 30 seconds. Let it go. And when it happens, because it will happen, stop. Feel the shock. Feel the proof. And say to yourself, I am a powerful creator. Write it down. Keep a log. 3 manifestations a day. Minimum. Because every tiny win is evidence. Evidence that rewires your brain. Evidence that kills the doubt. Practice 3. Digital detox. Pruning. Once a week. 30 minutes. Delete 50 emails. Unfollow 10 draining accounts. Clear your phone's home screen. And every single night, digital sunset. 60 minutes before bed. No screens, no exceptions. Use that time to just be. Walk. Sit. Stare at the wall if you have to. Let your nervous system reset. Let the static clear. Because in that silence, in that void, that's where your true frequency lives. Not the reactive one, not the scattered one, the aligned one. Now here's what happens when you do all 3. Your body starts broadcasting confidence instead of fear. Your mind starts accumulating proof instead of doubt. Your space starts reflecting clarity instead of chaos. And all 3 channels, all 3 frequencies, they start broadcasting the same signal. No more static, no more interference, no more mixed messages. Just one clear frequency. The frequency of someone who's ready. And the universe responds to clarity. It doesn't respond to begging, or wishing, or hoping. It responds to readiness. When your body says, I'm ready. When your space says, I'm ready. When your mind says, I'm ready. That's when things start to move. Not because you worked harder, not because you finally figured out the secret technique, but because you stopped blocking yourself. You cleared the path. You aligned the system. You became a match for what you want. And here's the thing most people miss. Manifestation isn't about getting something you don't have. It's about becoming someone who already has it. The body, the space, the frequency, that's not preparation for the life you want. That is the life you want. You're just finally stepping into it. So let me ask you this. What's one thing you can do in the next 60 seconds to shift your frequency? Stand up straighter? Delete 5 emails? Set a tiny intention? Do it. Right now. Because the universe is listening, and it's waiting for your signal to get clear. Alright, we've covered a lot in the last 12 minutes. And I know some of you are sitting there thinking, okay, but what do I actually need to remember from all this? So let me break it down. 5 things. 5 truths. The 5 unanswered questions about manifestation that nobody else is talking about. Ready? Let's count down. Number 5. The uncomfortable truth. Most people fail at manifestation because they're trying to think their way into a new reality, while their body and space are locked in the old one. You can't override your nervous system with your mind. Your nervous system reads your body. And if your body's broadcasting survival mode, that's what you'll keep getting. Number 4. The real practice. Manifestation isn't a mental exercise. It's a full system alignment. Mind, body, space. All 3 channels broadcasting the same frequency. That's the practice nobody talks about. Because it's not sexy, it's not sellable, but it works. Number 3. The missing piece. Proof. You need proof that this works. Not faith, not hope, not belief. Proof. That's why you start with micro-manifestations. The tiny wins that rewire your brain. The parking spots. The free coffees. The unexpected compliments. Every small win is evidence. And evidence kills doubt. Number 2. The biggest misconception. The universe doesn't respond to your desires. It responds to your frequency. You can want something all day long, but if your frequency says I'm not ready, I'm not worthy, I'm still stuck, that's what the universe hears. Desire without alignment is just noise. Alignment without desire is just peace. But desire with alignment, that's manifestation. And number 1, the false belief that's been holding you back. You think manifestation is about getting something you don't have. It's not. Manifestation is about becoming the person who already has it. The posture, the presence, the frequency. That's not preparation. That's the thing itself. When you stand like someone who's successful, you're not pretending. You're not faking it. You're being it. When you clear your space like someone who's abundant, you're not getting ready for abundance, you're living in it. When you protect your attention like someone who's powerful, you're not preparing for power. You are powerful. This is the shift. Stop trying to get the life you want. Start being the person who already has it. Body, space, mind, all aligned, all broadcasting, one clear frequency. And here's what nobody tells you about that moment. The moment when all 3 channels finally sync up. It doesn't feel like magic. It feels like relief. Like you've been holding your breath for years, and you finally exhaled. Because you're not trying anymore. You're not forcing anymore. You're just aligned. And alignment? Alignment doesn't chase. It attracts. So here's your challenge. The next 24 hours, pick one of these practices. The somatic success dance. 3 minutes, 3 times, or micro-manifesting one tiny intention. See what happens. Or digital detox pruning. 30 minutes. Clear the noise. Just one. Don't try to do all 3 perfectly. Just pick one and do it. Because here's the truth. The universe doesn't reward plans, it rewards action. So take the action. Shift the frequency. Clear the static. And watch what shows up. Now here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. Which one of these 5 truths hit you the hardest? Was it number 5, the uncomfortable truth about your body broadcasting the wrong signal? Was it number 3, the missing piece about needing proof, not faith? Or was it number 1, the false belief that you're trying to get something instead of becoming someone? Drop a comment, let me know. Because the one that hit you hardest, that's the one you need to focus on. And here's something to think about as you go. Right now, in this exact moment, your body is broadcasting. Your space is broadcasting. Your frequency is going out into the universe. And the universe? It's listening. So what do you want it to hear? That's up to you. The dangerous mistake? You just learned how to fix it. Now go fix it. See you in the next one.